Welcome to Spiritual Straight Talk, where it's all about enhancing your spiritual walk through life, with host Suzanne Thibault, animal communicator and spiritual life coach. Listen in and discover inspiration for living a divinely inspired life. And now, your host, Suzanne Thibault.
Welcome to episode 93 of Spiritual Straight Talk. Hi, I'm your host, Suzanne Thibault. Today we're talking about fireworks and pets. Every year in the United States, we celebrate our country's Independence Day. The tradition of Independence Day celebrations goes back to the 18th century and the American Revolution. On July 2nd, 1776, the Continental Congress voted in favor of independence, and 2 days later, the Declaration of Independence was adopted. I've always loved seeing the beautiful displays of fireworks in the sky, the kind you can see like at Disneyland or if you go to a stadium event. People enjoy having their own fireworks at home and shooting off all sorts of fireworks in the streets. The only part I have never enjoyed is the booming noises those fireworks create. My pets always get extremely scared by our neighborhood fireworks booming for hours on end. Personally, I would like to have no fireworks in neighborhoods anymore. For some reason, my normally quiet neighborhood erupts every July 4th with non-stop air explosion of illegal fireworks. Last year was so bad our home was surrounded in fireworks smoke. We stood in our backyard hearing bombs going off all around us. Illegal fireworks should truly be illegal. People do not realize what their entertainment choice is doing to their neighbors and the wild animals that live in our neighborhood. Now, I'm not a party pooper, but I care deeply about animals and people. And July 4th has become my least favorite holiday because of the fear created by fireworks noise. I wish everyone to celebrate as they see fit, but also to have some empathy for their neighbors. They may not realize that there's a military veteran living next door with PTSD, or there's elderly people down the street who are medically fragile, or there's a dog who lives behind them with excellent hearing who has anxiety, or there's squirrels and wild birds who tremble in fear in their backyard at the noise. One person's choice to shoot off illegal fireworks impacts many, and I have just described my own neighborhood. The stress of fireworks on pets, domesticated animals, people, and wild animals is unnecessary and harmful. Loud noises cause pets and farm animals kept outdoors to bolt. If your pet is indoors, such as you have a cat, a dog, a bird, or a rabbit, they are all susceptible to heavy stress and anxiety. Dr. Natara Luce is a vet in New York, and she states that cats specifically are at risk of developing a life-threatening urethral obstruction from fear due to the incessive pyrotechnics. She says male felines especially can get stressed out by loud noises, affecting their bladders to the point where they're unable to urinate. Warning signs of the potentially deadly condition that a male cat can get include running in and out of the litter box, going in places where they don't usually relieve themselves, and blood in the urine. When an animal is subjected to constant stressful events, such as firework noise, the animal will definitely have or develop some psychological or behavioral long-term effect. This is what happened to our dog Odie. After experiencing last year's explosions for 2 hours without his dad present, his dad was in the hospital, Odie mentally snapped and developed generalized anxiety where he is now afraid of everything. The booming sounds and flashing colors of fireworks can be terrifying, overwhelming, and hazardous for both wild and domestic animals too. The Humane Society reports that on the 4th of July, many wild and domestic animals become so frightened by the noise and commotion of fireworks that they run from otherwise familiar environments and people and sadly become lost. They may also suffer devastating or even fatal health effects from the stress they experience. The sudden bright flashes and sounds can cause wild animals to run into roadways, resulting in more car accidents than normal. Wildlife rehab centers are often flooded with traumatized, injured, and orphaned wild animals after the holiday. The Humane Society also reports that predatory birds like bald eagles see the harsh sounds and lights from fireworks as a threat and may abandon their nests or habitats entirely. The explosions may cause other birds to take off en masse for prolonged periods of time and to use up vital energy reserves needed for survival. Fireworks have even frightened birds into flying so far out to sea that they did not have the energy to make the return flight. Wild birds, frightened by the noise of fireworks, will also fly higher and for longer, which exposes them to the harmful cocktail of ingredients in fireworks, like ozone, sulfur dioxide, and nitric oxide that have all caused cardiovascular and respiratory damage and even death in humans. So imagine what it's doing to the wild animals. Casings and heavy metals that are littered by fireworks are often mistakenly consumed by wildlife and even fed to their young. Many of these materials are either indigestible and become a choking hazard, or they're toxic to the animal, and pollutants from fireworks can be washed into waterways and contaminate drinking water for the animals that rely on it. And in regions of the country prone to wildfires, like here in California, the slightest ember from a fireworks display can start a blaze that kills many wildlife species and destroys their habitats and destroys people's homes. The only way to end this neighborhood madness is for the fireworks to stop. Until people start caring about their neighbors and the police enforce the law against illegal fireworks, nothing will change. In the meantime, there are steps that you can take to support your pet during this stressful time. And these are tips from the American Kennel Club. Make sure your pet always has a safe, comfortable, and quiet place to hide, either in a closet, under a piece of furniture, or in a crate. Make sure your indoor pet has a current ID tag or is microchipped, even for outdoor pets too, because they can more easily bolt. Keep toys and long-lasting treats in your pet's safe area to make the area more fun and to provide distractions from the loud noises and flashes. Make time to exercise during daylight hours, then keep them all safely indoors before the fireworks begin. Try to avoid outdoor potty breaks during fireworks or put your dog on a leash and make it quick. At dusk, close your windows and blinds, turn on music or your television to muffle the loud noises created by social gatherings and booming thunder of fireworks. In our house, we also have a large air filter and we put it on high speed, which creates white noise in the background. You can put your pets in the car and drive somewhere remote, a place where there are no fireworks. Unfortunately, in my area, we'd have to drive for hours to find that. There's a product called Thunder Shirt that's been shown to help some cats and dogs. They wear it tightly around their body and it cradles the pet's body like swaddling to provide comfort. I have tried that with our dogs and it hasn't helped. There are many herbal calming supplements on the market, but I have found most do not work very well for this higher stress level event. And you should always contact your vet to discuss further options to decrease firework-related trauma in pets. This year, Odie's taking trazodone, which is a sedative, so he can just relax. Even though it's a medication, he can relax better and not become highly agitated. In our home, we have made the choice to give up fireworks. We've made that choice not only for our own sanity, but also for our pets' sanity and our neighbors' well-being. I invite you to consider extinguishing personal fireworks from your holiday plans. There are many fun ways to celebrate inside your home this 4th of July. May you have a safe, sane, peaceful July 4th wherever you are. Thanks for listening in today, and remember that love makes all things possible.
Thank you for listening to Spiritual Straight Talk with Suzanne Thibault. If you enjoyed this episode, tell a friend and subscribe on iTunes or Spotify. To connect with Suzanne, visit www.suzannethibault.net. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for listening.